Hi, I'm Scotty Cowan. I'm at the Cowan Horse Ranch here in the mountains of western North Carolina. Today I would like to show you some benefits of hot shoeing. I was a cold shoer for many years, but once I learned the benefits of hot shoeing, I now hot shoe everything except a young horse's first time, or a very nervous or problem horse that first need to learn how to just accept the basics of the shoeing process. But these benefits that I've learned is what I'd like to share with you today. But first, let's take a look on paper for those that may not know some of the basics of a hoof, and then I'll be pointing these out on the hoof itself. But we have the hoof wall, then the white line, and the sole. There's a lot of talk these days about the sole, especially with barefoot people. As you can see, the shoe is not designed to do much for or against the sole of a hoof. The shoe is designed to protect the weight-bearing surface of the hoof, and most importantly, to protect the white line and the seams that connect the white line to the outer wall and to the sole. Very often when I'm trimming, I'll find a little pebble stuck into the white line. These pebbles can create an opening, an injury, that allows bacteria to enter. This can cause abscesses, white line, and hoof wall diseases. Old timers would call a gravel, they called an abscess a gravel. They didn't use the term abscess. They knew from their observations of what caused the problem from seeing a gravel, a rock, a pebble inside it, the white line. I've even had some people claim that they've seen an abscess pop out the top of the hoof wall. Now, if an abscess is not dug out from the bottom, abscess will pop out at the hairline because that's the thinnest part of the hoof. The hoof wall itself is the same thickness all the way up until it gets to the hairline. Now, I personally never seen an abscess come out, a gravel come out. But I know I've seen a lot of problems created by pebbles stuck into the white line. Pebbles can get in even if there's a gap, even with the shoe on. If there's a gap in between the shoe and the hoof, a pebble can work its way in and create damage to the white line. So the better the fit, the closer the shoe fits to the hoof wall, the less chance of a pebble getting in and causing problems. A horseshoe is, once it's been shaped, it's very hard to get it back factory flat. It's very hard to get a hoof trimmed perfectly flat. What hot shoeing does is it creates the closest fit possible between shoe and a hoof. That means there's less chance of a gap where a pebble would get in and cause a problem with the white line. Also, gaps can create rocking in the shoe. This rocking can help, is what can make the shoes loose. So without the rocking, the shoe can stay on, the nails stay in better, the shoes will stay on longer, and the horse has to be more comfortable. Also, what hot shoeing does is when you trim the hoof, I'm going to be trimming this one now. When you trim a hoof, moisture bleeds out. That's what I want to show with my rubber mats here. Moisture bleeds out of a hoof once it's been trimmed. But the hot shoeing can instantly callus it. Now today I'm going to be using Samson, who's a good old horse. I'll stand without a problem for this video. Also, I'm going to show you the white line. And you don't have to take my word for how soft the white line is, even with your farrier. Once he trims the foot, you can test this for yourself. How much softer the white line is compared to the rest of the foot. So I'm also going to be doing this, just a short, quick little trim here. I'm not going to be, for the purpose of the video, I want to keep this short. So I'm omitting a lot of my shoeing process. once I get this video done, I'll come back and straighten things out, especially since the owner's standing right here. Samson's had a lot of foot growth since the last time. But I also point out to you the parts of the foot that I'm showing you on the diagram. And I'm not going to be too worried about getting everything perfect. Like I said, I'm omitting a lot of my process for shoeing. Easy going. Easy, Samson. It's all right, buddy. Easy going. I'll trim my frog up and stuff later, but right now I just want to Okay, so when I set the foot down, move the box out of the way. When I set the foot down, the hoof down, you'll see a line of moisture. This is the moisture that's bleeding out of the hoof once I've trimmed it. As you can see there, there's my line. Now once I hot shoe, go ahead and get your started. Get this nail out of the way. When I stick the hot shoe to it, you won't see the moisture come out of the foot anymore. So hot shoeing instantly brings our hoof back to its natural state. Samson's a very old horse, so that's all right. Samson, let your foot down there and let this. You can see the line every time when he raises the foot. There you go. Put all your weight on there, Samson. See the line, that's the moisture that's coming out of the foot. It's bleeding out. Hot shoe instantly calluses this all back up. It returns the foot back to its natural state instantly. Now the hoof itself would callus back up with the shoe on in time. The amount of time depends on how wet the environment is and how much the horse walks before it can callus up on its own. Should have the shoe ready here in just a second. Also, I want to show you while I'm waiting. I'll show you this is something that you can do yourself if you're a farrier or once your farrier has the foot trimmed, you can take a nail and you can see that this is softer. Unless you do it left-handed. The white line, this is the white line, this is the outer wall, and this is your sole. The white line is softer than the sole or the outer hoof wall. So white line is where we get all the problems from. That's what we need to protect. That's what we need to seal back up. Keep moisture from coming out and give as perfect fit as we can to the white line so we don't have pebbles going in, creating the holes, creating openings for us, holes or whatever into the white line. That allows bacteria to come in, creates abscesses and hoof wall white line disease. Step down with that. Samson, rest, old bud. I think my shoe's ready. Here in just a second. Alright, you can see the ring still. Okay. Now once I'm going to remove a little of this stuff, crust. And when I set the foot back down, you won't see the ring anymore. You see the outer edge maybe where the crust was, but you don't see the moisture anymore in there. So to sum things up for you, hot shoeing instantly calluses, returns the foot, the hoof back to its natural state after it's been trimmed. It instantly does this. Also, hot shoeing gives as close a fit as possible between a shoe and a hoof, making it harder for pebbles to work in, causing damage to our white line, which causes all of our problems. Also, it helps the foot retain its natural moisture balance. These problems, abscesses, white line and hoof wall disease, if you've ever had to deal with them, you know what a pain they are. And an ounce of prevention is worth 1,000 pounds of cure, especially in these cases.